Today's horoscope, Aquarius April 17, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Mercury heads back into your sector of communication, where it will visit until May 10th. Mercury spent time here from March 3rd to 29th but then backtracked when it turned retrograde. Now and in the coming weeks, projects you left unfinished may resume. Information that you needed to move forward arrives, and you have more time to explore personal interests you first toyed with back then. This transit creates a natural flow of learning, connecting, and communicating. Today, dreams and intuition are more pronounced, and they're giving you meaningful messages. Your communications and ideas or musings can be especially inspired today as Mercury and Neptune head into alignment in your solar house. With this transit, you seek and find more unique ways to express yourself, and you could find it easier to sell your ideas. If you need to look at a problem from a different perspective, you'll find it an excellent time to do so. An idea that's been a long time forming or on the tip of your tongue now blossoms. Conversations can be easy and even dreamy if your connection with someone is strong, and perhaps on the confusing side with someone with whom you don't have that kind of understanding. Buckle up for lovely energy today. This is because our sky above is swirling in a much sweeter dance. Mental Mercury, our cosmic messenger planet of the mind and communication, dances straight into Neptune's heart as they unite in a perfect conjunction. This has filled them both with sweetness, laughter, and compassion, which means that your mind will also be filled with the very same things. This is an excellent period to be sensual, intimate, and connected with your lover or spouse. If single, look for someone who has a deep sense of spirituality or a deeply ingrained empathic nature. This could be the one. Smooth everything over. Seemingly simple workplace conversations could have become full-blown battlegrounds since the beginning of March. You may have struggled to get your point across, and coworkers may have been frustrating to deal with. The past few weeks could have led to one disagreement after another. Thankfully, you have a chance to settle the score and move past everything once Mercury re-enters Aries and begins the second half of the post-shadow period for Mercury retrograde. Use this time wisely to assess and address the work situations with the intention of moving on. With the influence from today's planetary alignment, things could get a little hard to manage. Whether positive or negative, there is a lot of energy in your midst right now and you need to stay active to keep things manageable. Anytime you can walk instead of ride in a car or bus, do it. When making choices about what you eat, always choose for the benefit of your body. Your taste buds won't mind. Eat light, nutritious foods. You can benefit from the introspective atmosphere this day brings. This essence can bring you to a much greater understanding of yourself and why you do the things you do. It can also help you to connect with your sense of purpose and passion. Given all that you have to do with a master life path, this kind of inner connection is imperative for you to stay on track. Spend some time meditating or writing today. Having the moon in your career sector when the asteroid Juno, the queen of commitment, returned yesterday was a gift that will keep on giving long after it leaves today. As well as ensuring your professional instincts are sharp and you are emotionally and intuitively engaged and aware as Juno returns to spend the next 6 months here. The moon is spending its final hours of friendly aspect to Mercury, in his final hours in your income sector, and to Mars, in his final days in your work sector. In the heart of the working week, this is a window into a significant crossroad across the income, work, and career fronts. Just 17 days after retrograding back out of your communications sector, Mercury returns today, and the timing couldn't be better. This will give Mercury just enough time to settle in and, as the planet of communication, start doing what he does best before Mars returns to your relationship sector. Like Mercury, Mars is returning for a do-over after leaving in the new year. Daily Planetary Overview. As we enter the second half of Mercury's post-retrograde shadow phase, the cosmic tides begin to shift yet again, this time with Mercury re-entering bold, fiery Aries. If you've been feeling like you've been walking through mental fog, dealing with lingering miscommunications, delays, or second-guessing your decisions, you're not alone. But here's the good news. clarity is on the horizon. This period marks an opportunity to wrap up the last threads of Mercury retrograde's chaos. It's a time for resolution, reflection, and most importantly, courage. Mercury in Aries empowers you to speak your mind with renewed honesty and assertiveness. If something's been weighing on you, this is your cosmic green light to release it. Whether it's a conversation you've been avoiding, a truth you've been holding in, or even a realization about your path forward, now is the time to be boldly authentic. That said, being direct doesn't have to mean being harsh. This isn't about confrontation for the sake of it, it's about owning your thoughts and feelings in a way that clears space for growth. And when we communicate from a place of self-awareness, we make room for deeper understanding in our relationships. You may find yourself encountering some lingering challenges over the next few days, old issues resurfacing, delays in plans, or misaligned expectations. Don't view these moments as setbacks. Instead, see them as opportunities to refine your course. Life has a way of giving us gentle nudges, and sometimes strong pushes, in the direction we're meant to go. If you're noticing recurring themes or emotional patterns, ask yourself what the lesson is. What are you being asked to revisit, and how can you approach it differently this time? When change arrives, and it likely will, try not to resist it. We all know how tempting it can be to cling to the familiar, even when it's not serving us. But change often carries the seeds of our next breakthrough. Whether it's in your career, relationships, or personal mindset, welcome these shifts with open arms. You may be surprised at the new people, ideas, and experiences that enter your life as a result. Of course, with all this fiery energy in the air, it's important to temper boldness with mindfulness. If you feel yourself getting impatient or frustrated, especially with others, pause and breathe. You may find yourself involved in more disagreements than usual, particularly if you're projecting a "my way" or the highway attitude. This is a good time to practice active listening, to tune into what others are feeling, even if they're not saying it outright. If someone's being difficult or evasive, don't let it derail your day. Sometimes, extending grace is more powerful than proving a point. In relationships, romantic, platonic, or professional, you may notice some tension, especially if you've been keeping things bottled up. Instead of jumping into conflict, take a moment to check in with yourself. What are you really feeling? What do you need? Once you're clear on that, approach the situation with calm confidence. Communication doesn't have to be dramatic to be effective. Financially, this may not be the ideal time to make big moves. If you've been feeling uncertain about money or frustrated by missteps in spending, take it as a cue to slow down and reassess. Avoid large investments or high-risk ventures for now. Stick to smaller purchases, budget mindfully, and if you're working with financial advisors, be especially discerning. This isn't about fear, it's about smart, intentional choices that align with your long-term security. Your physical health and well-being may also need some gentle attention. You might be feeling pressure from multiple areas of your life right now, which can lead to stress. But stress doesn't have to derail your wellness. Instead of abandoning your routine altogether, find a rhythm that honors where you are. Maybe that means taking a slower walk instead of a long workout, or meditating for a few minutes before bed. This is a great time to reconnect with your body's signals, learn what balance looks like for you, not just what the world says it should be. Many people think self-care is about bubble baths or spa days, and while those are lovely, real self-care also looks like being honest about your limits, saying no when needed, and nourishing your body with movement and rest in equal measure. If you've let your wellness routine slip lately, consider this your invitation to come back, not with guilt, but with curiosity. So, as this next chapter unfolds, embrace the clarity that Mercury in Aries brings. Be brave with your words, thoughtful with your actions, and open to the lessons life is offering you, especially the unexpected ones. You are being invited to move forward, not with force, but with presence.